All right, so I'm assuming this is your first time using Unity. So let's get right into it. Before we can use Unity freely, we first need to make a Unity account for ourselves. Now on your machine, you will have two softwares installed. You will have Unity, which is this guy right here, but you'll also have Unity Hub. And we're going to need to go into Unity Hub first before we use the normal Unity app. So pop open the Hub, and you should see this screen where you will be prompted to sign in. I'm assuming you don't have an account because you haven't used Unity. So you can just go ahead and create an account. And this is pretty business as usual. You can just go ahead and use your school email, pick a password, they'll send you a confirmation in your Outlook, and then bing, bang, boom, you have a Unity account. Once you've done all that, I'm not going to do it because I already created mine. You can go back to the Hub and you can sign in. It'll take you to the Unity website in browser mode. And I'm just going to sign in without showing you all my information. And once you've signed in, you should see this screen and it will launch Unity Hub back onto your PC. And this is what you will see, or something similar like this. You may see something slightly different or slightly newer than mine, and that's okay. Now listen carefully because I know you'll want to create a new project, but if you create a new project right now, it'll probably ask you to update or something. That's because we're still in the Hub. So you can close the Hub after you've got your account created. And instead of going to the Hub, you can just open up Unity. And it's pretty much going to look the exact same, except it's not going to ask you to update. I don't know why, but I tried it on the computers and that's what was happening. So now if I go to new project, we are ready to go. So for this project, you could just call it first game. I'm not very original. And just like if you've taken computer science with me, we need to take the right templates. You can imagine there's a lot of different games we could create using Unity. But the most basic 3D one is probably this one that is selected by default. If it's not for you, it's going to be the 3D with the built-in render pipeline. I think you might have little pictures for your templates. I do not, but the name should be the same. The second thing I want to point out is the location. So normally you're saving stuff to your H drive if you're ever doing stuff for me in my courses. That means you have access to it through the school servers, but Unity, these projects are so big and they require quite a bit of storage. You're going to want to save it to the C drive because if you save it to the H drive, it's going to take a very long time to load. So we have to use the C drive, which means any file you create, any game you create will be dedicated to the specific machine that you are on right now. So it'll be hard to access your game with another machine, but it is possible if we do need to do that. So I just have a simple C# Unity folder, and this is my laptop, so maybe I should make a new folder not to mess with my little side projects I have on the go. Once you have that, you can create the projects, and this will probably take some time because your machine may have not booted up Unity this year after it's been kind of refreshed over the summer. So we might be sitting here for a bit. I'll probably be sitting here for a little bit less time than you will be, but do not fret, for it will not take this long every time. This is just due to creating a project and also due to using Unity on your machine for the first time. So it's kind of installing itself again in a way. I'm going to stop talking and I'll see you when this is loaded. Now, I ain't going to lie, it took me quite a bit of time, more than I thought. So it's about 5 to 10 minutes, and this is Unity. So this is probably what you should see. This is kind of the default view. And there you have your first Unity projects or your first game. Not much going on here, but here is your workspace that we can work towards making something cool. And for next time, or if you close Unity, just know that your game will pop up in the Unity app. And if you ever want to open it, you just go to Unity and you just give that a single click and it'll pop open your project.